Welcome back, everyone. There's a new kind of a horror mystery, maybe movie that's out in the theater right now. It's called Together. And here to talk about that is Bart and Jennifer Mills, our local movie reviewers. Welcome, Bart and Jen.
Good morning.
All right, so I watched the trailer on this one. I really wasn't sure what was going on, so hopefully you can explain.
Okay, so Alison Brie and Dave Franco play Millie and Tim. And they're a couple, they've been together a long time, but they've really hit a crossroads. They've become very dysfunctional. Millie takes a job in a small town in Australia as a school teacher. So they up and move from, the city to the country. And one day, while they're exploring their new surroundings, they go on a hike. They end up falling into this weird, creepy cave. Because they're very, very thirsty. Tim decides he's going to drink water from a pool in this creepy cave.
As one does.
As one does, yeah. FYI, don't ever do that. And then he kind of becomes infected with some mysterious force. We don't really know what it is. And once they, go back to their regular lives, he finds he cannot stray away from Millie. He has to be within distance of her at all times or he gets really, really sick. And then things just get worse and worse and worse from there.
Okay, so it's kind of like when you're hiking through Kendrick Woods and you see that natural sulfur spring that you just take a sip of that,
Yeah, no, don't do that.
You lost us in hiking, but I get it.
Yeah. So this movie is rated R. I'm guessing it is because it's a horror movie. There's some blood and other stuff.
Yeah, this is what you could call sort of a soft body horror. There's some weird sort of glutinous pieces to this that it's hard to explain without ruining the plot. But so yeah, it's kind of disturbing in a few points.
All right. So it's also an hour and 42 minutes, which is not that bad of a length of a movie, I would say. How was Dave Franco in this one? I haven't seen him in a long time. Well, not that I've seen him in person, but like in the screen.
He was very good.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because Franco plays kind of this manic energy most times anymore. You see him in a lot of things, and most particularly in some TV shows lately, where he's a little hyper. And here he's playing sad boy. And so it's not his normal part, but, he and Alison Brie are actually, I think they're married in real life, or at least they're together in real life. So they do actually have a chemistry. They play an actual couple. Alison Brie is playing Alison Brie, which is this kind of bubbly innocent that she always is. And they're both capable actors. Nothing Oscar worthy, but they're fine.
Yeah. So I have to tell you, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews about the ending of this movie, but I don't know. I mean, you're already giggling, so I'm kind of wondering if you're thinking the same thing. Like, I heard it was a good movie, but at the same time, they were kind of disappointed with the end, but I don't know.
Well, historically,
are you allowed to spoil that?
No, I don't want to spoil it, but historically, let's just say that horror is always or has been historically a metaphor for something or other. And we are at a time when almost all horror movies are some sort of metaphor, usually for trauma right now, because that's all we talk about. And so in this case, this is a metaphor for relationships all the way through. And so one could argue that the ending is a touch pat. But other than that, I mean, it ends at least, and it has an ending, which is more than a lot of these movies seem to do. So that's great.
Well, that reminds me, because I'm going to go to a critic review then, because it kind of sums up what you just said. So one critic said, it's a film that dares to give a face and flesh to the most intimate fear, that of losing oneself in the name of love.
Absolutely. Yep,
Absolutely.
there you go.
Yes. I mean, that is what the movie is saying. Yes.
All right, so let's go to my favorite website, Rotten Tomatoes. You know you love it. So Rotten Tomatoes, 91% critic approval rating. However, 76% audience approval rating. So kind of a mixed bag.
Yeah, again, this is a bit thinky. It's not as smart as it thinks it is, but it's kind of a thinker movie. So I think critics are going to be bigger in favor of it than the fan base is.
All right, so let's go to...
This is actually the first movie by writer-director Michael Shanks. So hopefully he's going to be, a new face in horror for us to look forward to, because he did a great job on this.
All right, so 2 thumbs up for the movie Together, and you want to watch it together. So anyway, Bart and Jen, thanks so much for coming out. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
All right, well, don't go away, because we have more when we return.